14 million people from all over the world receive the bad news that they have cancer each year. 8 million of these people die from cancer each year. 8 million mothers, fathers, siblings, children, and friends. People ask, when will they find a cure? When will cancer stop taking those I love from me? There may not be a cure yet, but there is hope. This hope is not distant. We don't have to dig deep to find it or travel far. Hope is here in Pittsburgh. UPMC focuses on what they call personalized treatment specific to the type of cancer that a patient has. The treatment is designed to treat a patient's specific type of cancer in the most effective way possible. In their melanoma program, biomarkers are in development to trigger immune responses to the tumor itself. The Cancer Epidemiology, Prevention, and Control Program conducts research seeking to find similar genetic traits that are more susceptible to different types of cancer, and what treatments may be more successful for patients. Besides personalized treatment, the search for even more effective treatments are always underway in Pittsburgh. There are over 100 clinical trials underway at UPMC, and many of these clinical trials are close to FDA approval within a few years for the treatments being tested. In January of 2013, the University of Pittsburgh Cancer Institute announced their success in the development of a vaccine to prevent and treat early colon cancer. When precancerous polyps appear, the vaccine is injected and produces an immune response with production of antibodies against the common MUC1 protein in the polyp. The vaccine doesn't attack the normal MUC1 proteins in the rest of the body. Although this treatment is still in its clinical trial phase, if the vaccine is proved successful, it could save many lives even before people are diagnosed with cancer. The vaccine, along with other developments, could possibly turn types of cancer, like colon cancer, from a terminal illness to a preventable disease. Another advancement in cancer treatment here in Pittsburgh comes from the research at Duquesne University. Dr. Aleem Ganji has developed a water-soluble drug that targets the cancer without harming the healthy cells surrounding the tumor. Ganji studies began in 2007 to develop this drug called targeted therapy. The tumor does not have to be starved first and then killed. The targeted therapy does both simultaneously by starving the tumor's blood supply. Its tests on animals have found to be successful in treating difficult cancers like ovarian, brain, breast, and lung cancer. Clinical trials are beginning with this treatment in order to be approved by the FDA. In a few years, if approved, many difficult types of cancer will be able to be treated without harmful treatments like chemotherapy that affect the whole body. Colette Brown, a math teacher at Mellett High School, explains her struggle with ovarian cancer.
Chemotherapy wreaked havoc on my system. I had terrible nausea, a terrible, horrible feeling of just the inside of my body. It almost felt like the inside of my body was melting, if you can imagine that. So really frustrating. And if you're telling me I could have taken a pill that would have targeted only the cancer cells, that wouldn't have hurt the rest of my body, my goodness, hands down, that would have been the way that I would have gone. If I can possibly get out there and reach out to people, especially because I'm a teacher, I have this meeting and I can talk to the kids about the cancer, then it becomes less of an issue of being afraid. It's going to make more people want to give to the research, and then the more research that we do, it's going to make it better for the people who have cancer, 20, 30 years from now. If the researchers can make the experience easier to endure, then you see what I mean? The men, women, children are not going to have that horrific war that you have to go through. So it can only get better from here.
The more that the next generation is told about cancer and hope is instilled in them, the more young boys and girls will be inspired to be future researchers and doctors that may become the generation to find more successful treatments and possibly a cure.